So I love that Sean brought up the Mike Giardi report, which came out. And basically, you remember a few weeks ago, there were the reports that came out that the Krafts were making calls around the league on how to best support a rookie quarterback and just move forward with them. Well, Giardi's report was those have been ongoing by Jonathan Kraft.
Oh, God.
And those have evolved to, what do you do with the head coach?
Oh, God.
I mean, we know who the Jerod Mayo hire was. It was Robert Kraft. Because Jonathan Kraft would have found that mic and said, 5 years ago, I knew it was Jerod. He would have done that. It's Robert Kraft. And I think the worst thing is that you have the main owner, the dad, holding on for too long. And now you have the son trying to cut his dad's legs out from under him, undermine him, and do this. Turmoil at the top. It's turmoil at the bottom. It's turmoil everywhere, and it's awful, Trav.
Dealing with the same things in Dallas, but Dallas seems to be sort of working through it a little bit.
At least they keep it buttoned up and don't let this stuff get out to the media.
And you know what I think that is, too, even though all of us call him a moron, it's probably credit to Mike McCarthy and having experience and being around the game as long as he has.
They've won 3 straight, Dallas.
And the guy's won a Super Bowl in his past, so Jerod Mayo does not have that as a head coach. He does not have that pedigree. He does not have that kind of clout. He does not have that gravitas. So, but it is the same thing in an ownership standpoint. You have Stephen Jones, I believe his name is there, dealing with Jerod, his dad, who's out the pasture, and they're trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing here, except Robert, I think, has a lot more scruples left than Jerod does. But clearly, there's a disconnect there. I mean, you see Jonathan up in the luxury suite there with a notepad, taking notes and cussing and fussing. Clearly he's telling his dad, "Look, man, I told you this guy, he can't coach." So we'll see. I disagree with you and Sean and everyone else in all the reports who says that Jerod Mayo's coming back. I don't see it. I think they're losing 7 straight. And I think they got to get him out of there. I think the Sun's going to win this battle.
Dianna Russini, Jersey native, grew up in northern New Jersey, spent time in the DMV.
Jersey kid, what?
Now at The Athletic, she reported, May and Mayo will stick together. While there hasn't been a public vote of confidence for the head coach from the Kraft family, Patriots leadership is standing by Mayo. Just as discussions about the next NFL hiring cycles heat up, the team owner, Robert Kraft, has privately assured those close to him that he's committed to giving his first-year head coach the time and resources he needs to grow into the role. That better be full spending in free agency, and that better be full spending in his coaching staff. Russini added as well, Trav, the organization understood from the start that this wouldn't be seamless.
Yeah.
Transitioning into high-pressure roles like this, especially following the legendary Belichick, comes with a steep learning curve, and mistakes were expected. The Krafts want to allow Mayo the opportunity to find his voice, establish his footing, and develop into the leader they believe he can be. The franchise knows they have their quarterback in Drake Maye, and his coach will be given a runway. The Krafts want to allow Mayo the opportunity to find his voice, establish his footing, and develop into the leader they believe he can be. He hasn't been that for 14 games.
That's right.
The only voice he's established is taking his foot and putting it in his mouth. That's where it is. Again, this is a difference, and it's not just you have a division in the locker room between clearly the players and the offensive play calling, clearly the players and the decision-making and the way they're coaching this game. But there's and you have a division between a head coach and a general manager too, because one was hired without the other, which is a very important partnership to have.
Yep.
But now there is a division between the Mike Giardi report that Jonathan Kraft is making calls on what to do with the head coach, and the Dianna Russini report that Jerod Mayo is safe. You have a division between Robert Kraft and Jonathan Kraft.
That's right.
You have a division at the top, in the middle, and at the bottom in the New England Patriots structure, and that is the worst thing possible because you have a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I don't love this notion or this narrative of Jerod Mayo and Drake Maye being tied together. Let me tell you what that's going to end up being, okay? A Titanic scenario where there's only room for one person on this damn life raft, and it ain't you, Jerod. Okay, Drake Maye is holding his hand, and Jerod's saying, "I'll never let go," and Drake Maye's saying, "You don't have to. I am." See ya.
Drake Maye's floating on the door.
Sorry,
Jerod Mayo's Jack, and he just lets him go into
I'll
the
never
ice-cold
let
water.
go, Drake.
Don't let go.
Sorry, Coach. I am.
The whistle.
Brian Dable's calling my name.
Hey, there's enough room on that door.
Calling.
Exactly. I want Brian Dable on that door with
somebody,
me.
Anybody. I mean, I don't like this narrative. They are not tied together. Okay, how's that sound? You could tie Drake Maye and Christian Gonzalez together. I mean, I'll make room on that. I always felt like Rose could have moved over and let my man on that floating door. She didn't do it. But there's room for Drake and Christian Gonzalez on that damn door.
Yeah.
Ain't no room for Jerod. He's got to go. Here's one thing that stood out to me in this report that I hated. Committed to giving his first year head coach the time and resources he needs to grow into the role. Why didn't you do that from the jump, bruh?
Bingo.
He's a rook. Give him everything he needs.
Yep.
You told him you were going to burn cash. That's why he said it, but you didn't. Your draft sucked outside of the quarterback that it was obvious that you should take. I mean, you didn't give him the resources and the time to begin with. So now he shows you he can't coach his way out of a wet paper bag. You know what he needs? Time and resources. Make it make sense. You can't.
The resources would be nice to pour into the coaching staff. The resources would be nice to pour into the scouting department. Instead, you keep an Elliot Wolf. You keep a Matt Groh. You keep guys like an Evan Rothstein. You have these contracts that were timing out with Bill Belichick on the coaching staff and in the front office, and they'd rather save the money. Again, they owe Bill Belichick whatever they're supposed to pay him this season. It's probably around $20 million.
Yeah.
They'd rather save the resources and not use that money in free agency where they could have gotten to Jonah Williams.
That's right.
Who take the score away from the Cardinals. Since he returned after injuring himself week 1, he's been solid at right tackle.
Yes, he has.
And he could have played right or left. He's an actual swing tackle.
That's right.
But guess what? If you had a right tackle and you would have had him for another couple years, that would have been great. That's one less question you have up front. But you didn't give the resources to get that. You didn't give the resources to get actual receivers. And I'm not talking to Calvin Ridley. I'm talking to Darnell Mooney. Guys like that. You didn't give the resources where it's needed.
Yeah.
But it's especially in the front office, especially in the coaching staff.
That's right.
Especially at the coordinator spot. And it's burning them now. Hopefully, they get Belichick off the books and they get serious. And it's not another offseason of just burning money like they did on the Jonnu Smiths of the world and all that. If you're enjoying the football conversation, Foxborough Rush airs every Monday with game reactions, Wednesday with Draft Talk, Fridays. You can find it on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Spotify, and Apple Music, and wherever else you get your podcasts. That's Foxborough Rush, wherever you get your podcasts, wherever you watch them, wherever you listen. We also got to get into, again, the turmoil. Mike Reiss put out his Sunday primers.
Yeah.
Interesting quote from Jacoby Brissett.
Oh, God. What is he saying?
Quote, there's so much I could say, but I guess not ideal. This is on his situation with the Patriots and if he'll be back in 2025. Obviously, a unique situation here. I'm not the one to make excuses, but at some point, somebody's going to have to watch the film and understand what I was dealing with. I think that kind of speaks for itself. I think it's very easy for people to blame the quarterback for things. That's what this profession is, but yeah, man, tough.
Lord have mercy.
Watch a film. Watch what I was given was awful. Which was true, but Jacoby Brissett, you were playing to not lose games, man.
Jacoby Brissett, you're Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
Who what? Who do you think you are, bro?
I am.
Yeah, right. You think you're Lamar? Are you Joe Burrow? Is that really Joe Burrow in disguise? No.
Look, Joe Burrow has a right to complain. You guys watch.
And he doesn't.
I got Jamar Chase, and that's it.
And he doesn't.
I don't have a defense. You watch a film.
Who's Jacoby Brissett?
Yeah.
Like, how dare you, dog?
Yeah.
Like, how dare you? You know what you'll do? Whoever team gives you another chance tells you to do. Like, shut up, bro. Just shut up. You suck. We all watched. We watched the tape.
Yeah.
We did, actually. And you know what happened with us watching the tape? When you went out, funny thing, Jacoby, when you went out,
the offense got better.
And Drake came in with the same losers that you just threw under the bus, the offense looked better. Mm-hmm. And he's better than you. Mm-hmm. And the future's bright with him. And we were going nowhere fast with you. Okay? That's you, Jacoby Brissett, not this stupid quote. Who do you think you are, bro? Like, get out of here. You're likely now, I think, a third-string quarterback in this league. Congratulations.
Patriots still 2-7 since Drake Maye's taken over. He has a point, but you're Jacoby Brissett, exactly.
Right.
It's the same of after he came in the Jets game when Drake got knocked out and led him to a win. Because I know you guys may not think so. You guys don't think so, but it's hard to win games in the NFL. Bro, We're not the enemy. You holding on to the ball too long, that's the enemy. Mike Reiss also pointed this out. The NFL is strongly considering having the Patriots Week 17 home game against the Chargers played Saturday afternoon, according to league sources.
Oh, thank God.
Final decision is expected by Monday. The league will choose 3 of 5 matchups. Chargers, Patriots, blank, blank, blank teams to air on NFL Network. Here's a key one. The NFL loves to promote its young quarterback stars, and if the game is moved to Saturday, it would be a chance to expose May to a nationally televised audience for the first time. That's just Mike Reiss being nice. He's a gentleman. He's a great dude. If it's getting moved off Sunday, that's bad, man. You're going to be on NFL Network on a Saturday, this Saturday between Christmas and New Year's. What do you think everyone's doing that Saturday? Plans left and right, shopping, traveling, going to visit grandma and grandpa, going out, bar hopping, splitting G's at Warren Tavern, then having a hell of a time that night. There's bowl games going on. No one's watching the NFL. No one's going to care about Patriots, Chargers. And trust me, no one wants to go down to Gillette to watch that game.
Wait, what are you saying? This is bad?
Yes. Getting moved off a Sunday? Yes.
George, are you okay?
It's a Saturday. People do not pivot. They have their NFL plans on Sunday and they have their life plans on Saturday. It's going to be on NFL Network, man.
Wait, slow down. George, come back to me. We watch these games. This is the last thing people should be doing is watching this team. This is the best news we've had all year.
What?
Move them to Saturday. Put them at 1 o'clock when everyone's busy.
And they can see how bad Jerod Mayo is?
Yeah, no one wants to watch the Chargers beat the hell out this team. This is the best news. You got to celebrate this. What's wrong with you? This is a gift from the North Pole. Santa's doing this for us. You talk about, no one's going to be watching. Exactly. This is great news. Come on, NFL. 1 o'clock on Saturday, baby. You don't even have to televise it.
If they're true, it's Chargers, Patriots, Broncos, Bengals, Cardinals, Rams, Colts, Giants, Falcons, Commanders. They're going to go with the Falcons, the Broncos, Bengals game, and the Cardinals, Rams game for Saturday. If this holds true. Because their decision to move it isn't to promote its young star quarterbacks. Their decision to move it is you want to put the good games on Saturday, which I disagree with, especially that type of Saturday. But I don't see the numbers. I don't see the research.
No.
I understand what you're hoping for, Chad. And I get it.
Bury it.
I'm picking up what you're putting. Exactly.
I want to bury
it on that Saturday?
Yes. Bury it Saturday at 1.
If your priority is eyeballs and getting people to watch the NFL on a Saturday, you're going to put Joe Burrow on against a Broncos team that'll be in the playoffs.
Yes.
You're going to put a divisional matchup on that could decide a playoff seeding.
Yes.
And Falcons Commanders, guess what? You're going to put on Jaden Daniels. Possibly against Michael Penix.
Possibly.
Over Drake Maye and his Patriots team looking terrible.
Kirk Cousins against his old team. You got storylines there.
And the best part is that could be the Patriots primetime game. They got Thursday Night Football. It's because of the Jets. Remember, they made the Jets look the best they've looked all season long.
Yep.
And they had that London game where they were relegated to the 9:30 a.m. kickoff.
Yeah,
that's all it was, man.
I would, if I could have my druthers, they would play this Chargers game, I don't know, Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. And I just want this whole season. You know what I am? I'm the guy in the huddle going, all right, Cancun on 3, 1, 2, 3, Cancun. I want this thing over with.
If that happens, man, everyone in that building has to be looking over their back, looking over their shoulder.
They should.
What the future is.
They should anyways.
The roster's awful, so the front office is in check. But if the team quits...
Right.
And as we spoke about of Mayo and the Kraft sticking with Jerod Mayo and all that, if this type of play continues and it's 8 games into the season, head coach gone.
Yeah.
Especially if you have a capable offensive coordinator.
I don't think he's making it this offseason. I think he's gone. I think Black Monday, Jerod Mayo's name is going to be on that list.
The only argument I can give you, Travis, is because the owner connected him to him 5 years ago. And the owner has put out there, this is my decision, and I knew he was going to be the next head coach of the Patriots. Let me remind you, 5 years ago, the only defense I can give you is because the owner has put himself too close. That's it.
But he was right. 5 years ago, he's going to be my head coach. Congratulations. You were right, Robert. Now fire his ass and go get an actual head coach.